In this episode of Learning Without Limits, I want you to imagine walking into a classroom where a student refuses to speak, refuses to participate, and refuses to engage with peers. This was Marcus, a 7th grader I met years ago, sitting silently in the back, feeling invisible. The turning point was not more worksheets or test prep. It was a teacher pausing the lesson to ask, "How are you feeling today?" That moment opened the door to learning because Marcus felt seen. It makes me wonder, are we teaching students or just teaching content? Social-emotional learning is no longer optional. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and self-awareness are essential skills, and they are measurable. Schools that invest in these skills are seeing students not only perform better academically, but engage more meaningfully with peers and the community. Yet many schools still treat social-emotional learning as an afterthought. Why is it that something so central to student success is often sidelined? Today, I want to share tactical strategies that educators can use immediately. Start small. Begin with morning check-ins. A simple question like, "What is one emotion you felt yesterday, and why?" can set the tone for the day. Train teachers to model emotional awareness. Remember, students learn what they see. When adults in the school demonstrate empathy, curiosity, and patience, students mirror that behavior. It is not about having a separate curriculum. It is about integrating social-emotional learning into every lesson, every interaction, and every moment of school life. But let us also confront the pitfalls. Too often, schools implement social-emotional learning programs without ongoing support. Teachers are trained once, and then the initiative disappears into the background. Students notice inconsistency. Another trap is framing social-emotional learning as therapy or labeling students unfairly. Clear communication with families and leadership alignment is critical to creating sustainable impact. I spoke with Dr. Linda Martinez, a curriculum thought leader, who reminded me social-emotional learning works when every adult models emotional intelligence. It is not enough to have a program. It is about creating a culture. Professor Marcus Yu, a developmental psychologist, adds, "Empathy is cultivated through reflection and relationships, not just lessons." And Tara Singh, Director of Whole Child Education Initiatives, emphasizes that students engage more deeply with academic content when they feel understood and supported. These insights reinforce that social-emotional learning is both strategic and relational. Here is a provocative question for you as a listener. How many schools are genuinely preparing students for life beyond exams? Are we equipping them with the skills to navigate emotions, conflict, and collaboration? Or are we focused only on grades? I invite you to reflect and share your thoughts. How are you fostering emotional intelligence in your classrooms? In practice, social-emotional learning can be embedded in every subject. Literature classes teach perspective taking and empathy. Science projects build collaboration and curiosity. Math challenges cultivate perseverance and self-awareness. Step by step, start by aligning leadership vision, assessing student and staff needs, training educators, integrating lessons into core subjects, monitoring outcomes, engaging families, and iterating based on data. Consistency is key. Let us also consider the future. Social-emotional learning is evolving with technology, equity-driven frameworks, and innovative teaching models. Imagine classrooms where students not only master content, but also navigate their emotions, advocate for themselves, and collaborate with peers from diverse backgrounds. This is not a vision. It is an achievable reality when schools prioritize social-emotional learning at the heart of education. As we wrap up this episode, I challenge you to take one action this week. Identify one simple change you can make to enhance emotional intelligence in your classroom or school. Share your experience with a colleague. Start a conversation. Join the movement. Your involvement can spark meaningful change. If this conversation resonated with you, comment below, share this episode with your network, and reflect on the social-emotional learning practices you are implementing. Let us collectively reimagine what schools can be, spaces that nurture the whole child, not just test scores.